Hello friends, Intuitive Rene here, bringing you your weekly reading for the week of the 15th to the 21st of May 2022. I have got cards on the table here that we're going to start off to get the theme for the month, for the week ahead. Look at me go a month ahead. I have got the Word of the Year Oracle, and I have this cute little deck, which is the Forest Fae Oracle, and we're going to draw a card from the Forest Fae Oracle. These three together will give us the theme for the week ahead. And then we've got, as you know, all sorts of other information that we cover in this particular reading. So if this is the first time that you are doing a week ahead reading with me, welcome. I hope you are going to enjoy. My advice to you is to open up the description below and to look at all the chapters that are available, because there are plenty. We cover the theme for the week. We then look at getting animal energy for the week ahead. We look at crystal energy that we can work with for the week ahead. We then do elemental readings, where we do an individual reading for each sign of the zodiac in groups of elements, being fire, earth, air, and water. We then do a Q&A with Spirit, where we draw a card from a list of questions and we draw some tarot to get answers on that. And then we do an extended reading, or a bonus reading, I never know what the word is to use, for the members of my YouTube channel on the tiers of motivated or activated. So if you are on one of those tiers, you get the bonus extended reading, which sometimes we do an extension on the Q&A, sometimes we cover something different, just depending on what I get from Spirit and what is needed. So it's always a jam-packed session. I love recording this particular reading because it's so varied and because there's so much going on, and I do like to see what comes through for us. So let's get into our theme. Let's get started with the reading. We're going to start with the Word of the Year Oracle. We're going to shuffle from the orange pile first. So these cards have just got a single card on them, a single word on them, I should say. And we take a single word from each card, and together they give us the theme for the week ahead. So from the orange pile, we're looking at the week of the 15th to the 21st of May 2022. Okay, I'm happy with that shuffle. Cutting over there, and I'm taking that card. I hope I haven't put it upside down. Let's get the orange out of the way, and let's have a look at the green, give it a shuffle. So we have had some repeat words over the last couple of weeks, which I always think is so fascinating and always so interesting. So let's see if we get something different this week. Let's see, week of the 15th to the 21st of May 2022. Actually, no, I wanted to take it, but then it didn't feel right. So I'm going to take that card. All right. Let's turn them over and see what we have. So from the orange, we have got aligned. I like that. Aligned what? Let's see. Aligned spirit. You know, immediately what comes to me when I read and see aligned spirit is recognizing the place, the purpose, the function that we play in the bigger scheme of things. So looking at our lives, looking at our work, our family, our circumstances, our finances, our emotions, all of those kind of things. All the things that sort of create or give us spirit, all those things that, connect with us with spirit. It's just checking, seeing, and recognizing our alignment. You know, to me, this is not saying you need to be aligned, you need to work at becoming aligned. To me, this is saying recognizing, seeing, understanding your alignment, how you are already aligned with spirit. So I think for a theme for the week ahead, I think it's awesome. It means it's going to be a week of confirmations, a week of understandings. Actually, I want to just bring them closer together because we always run out of space. So it's going to be a week of confirmations. It's going to be a week of seeing how you are already aligned, how your spirit is aligned, your life is aligned, your soul is aligned to everything, that you don't have to try changing and improving and adapting, but just recognizing that, you are there already. So I am now shuffling, as you can see. I am now shuffling the Forest Fae little deck, and I'm looking for a single card, message from the Forest Fae, to help us understand aligned spirit and the week ahead. Let's have a look. Taking that one over there. Let's have a look and see what message do we have from the Forest Fae. So we've got Spiny Sister and Take Pride in Yourself. I love that. So there she stands, and you can see why she's called the spiny sister, because she has all these spines as her hair going way down her back, all the way down to the bottom there. And you know, she's standing quite confidently, she's standing quite proudly, and she's feeling fabulous. She's feeling like she knows exactly who she is, and she does take pride in herself. She's not ashamed that she may be different to anybody else, or that she may have, you know, spines instead of hair. She's quite confident in that. She knows her worth. She knows exactly what she's capable of, and she knows exactly what it is that she brings to the situation and to the party. So spiny sister, reminding us, I want to just see where I can put her where there's no glare. Always a challenge for me, this glare business. All right. She's a bit dull and boring. Her colours are not so great there, and it's too bright over there. Sorry, spiny sister. You're just going to have to stay there, my dear. You're just going to have to stay there, my dear. All right. So next, we are moving into our animal reading for the week ahead. And this week, I am working with Animal Kingdom Oracle cards again. I love this deck. I really do. Last week, we had Zebra. I remember that. Last week, we had Zebra. Which again, she was about Zebra was all about taking pride in yourself. Be okay to stand out. Be okay to be different. Be okay to show off your stripes boldly. But let's see, the week of the 15th to the 21st of May 2022, what animal energy can we work with? What animal energy or animal characteristics can we employ and can we adopt in our lives? All right, I'm happy with the shuffle, and I am looking for that card over there. So let's have a look and see animal energy for the week ahead. What animal is working with us, and what characteristics and properties can we take from the animal? We've got the ladybug, and I was looking at that ladybug wondering, when is ladybug going to come through for us? And here we have ladybug. Look at the message that ladybug has. Card number 31, ladybug says favorable time. So I do think, again, this ties in so beautifully with what we've got on the table already, because if we are aligned to our spirit, if our spirits are aligned, if we recognize who we are, how we interact, and how we fit into the world, into our environments, into our surroundings, that immediately creates a favorable time, doesn't it? But it also means that we can take pride in ourselves. And when things are favorable, when things are working out the way that they need to, it does give us a boost of confidence. It does make us feel as if everything is okay, and as if everything is doing as well as it can be and as well as it should be. So ladybug, now, when we think about a ladybug, first of all, they can be quite small, but you do get some fair-sized ladybugs. Each one is unique. The spots that they have, I do know that there are some ladybugs that always have a certain number of spots, and that's how you identify its species or its breed. But that is its identifier, isn't it? And then what we have is this area on its back, is its hard shell that covers or protects its really delicate wings, so that it can fly and so that it can move. But it is so cute, and it is so pretty, and they are so lovely and so good for our gardens and so good for our flowers. So it is a favorable time, and it's always lucky when you see a ladybird or ladybug. You know, if you see them in the garden, I can remember as a child going hunting and looking for them, and knowing that, you know, the more you found, the more success and happiness and joy, and the more luck you would get in your life. If you couldn't find any, you knew that you were going to be in trouble and that things weren't going so well. So ladybug is confirmation for us that this is a beautiful, favorable time for us all to be in, because we are seeing, recognizing, and understanding how our spirits are aligned with our universal plan, with our universal purpose. Okay, moving through these quite quickly today. Now we're moving into our crystal cards. So this is the portion of the reading where we find a crystal that we can work with for the week ahead. Crystal energy that we can use in our lives to help us be more aligned with our spirit, to help us be more confident, to help us have a more favorable time. So we're looking for a crystal that we can work with, that we can focus on for the week of the 15th to the 21st of May 2022. Crystal energy for the week ahead, please. Let's see what we get. Crystal energy for the week ahead. Okay, I'm happy with that. Put the cards down and taking that one off the top. Let's see what crystal energy we have for the week ahead. Oh, beautiful rose quartz. Everybody loves a good piece of rose quartz. So rose quartz is known as the stone of unconditional love. And as such, it is a healing crystal. It is commonly believed that the stone emits a strong vibration, which are thought to enhance our love, also to support emotional healing and to inspire compassion. It is the element of earth and it is the chakra of the heart. The affirmation that we can use is I am open to give and receive love. Love is always a two-way street, friends. Love is never one way. So it's always about the give and the take, the give and the receive. Love must never be one directional, because then it's not love, then it's control, then it's other bad things. So rose quartz crystal is a beautiful, beautiful crystal for the week ahead. And you know what? It ties into our theme so perfectly, because when we have love in our hearts, when we are giving and receiving equal quantities of love, our spirits are aligned. Your spirit is then aligned with the person that you have this love exchange with. Your spirit is then aligned with your own purpose, with your own happiness, with your own joy, so that you can take pride in yourself, even if you are spiny, spiny as in her hair that she has. And obviously, if you are involved in an equal exchange of love, an equal give and take of love, that is definitely a favorable time, is it not? Absolutely. And I think the big thing that we need to recognize, or that we need to understand, is like I said, it has to be a two-way street. It has to be both directions. It's about the giving, it's about the taking, it's about the equal exchange. And, if you think about a work scenario, work situation, if you are employed, if you are working for somebody, you are giving of your time, you are giving of your skills, you are giving of your knowledge, you are giving of your energy in exchange for a salary. And again, it should be equal. It should be the amount that you're giving of your time, your energy, your knowledge, your skill, and the money that you're receiving, they should be on par with each other. Relationships are the same. Finances are the same. Everything in life is the same, even when it comes to healing the physical body. So if you are unwell and if you have an illness that you are receiving treatment for at the moment, the treatment needs to be equal in order of the requirements, the needs that your body has. If we give too much medicine, we don't heal. If we give too little medicine, we don't heal. Everything is about equal. With the rose quartz being the stone of love, being unconditional love, we have to learn how to love ourselves. Because if you don't love yourself sufficiently, if you don't love yourself enough, if you don't have that kind of belief in yourself, how can you be proud of who and what you are, and how can you be happy? You can't. So we have to learn how to love ourselves unconditionally. We have to learn how to love everybody in our lives unconditionally, even the annoying neighbor, even the family member who irritates you, even the friend. It doesn't matter who. Unconditional love of everything and of everyone around you is where you will have favorable times, where your soul and your spirit becomes aligned, and where everything sort of just falls into place. So it is very, very important that we focus on love this week ahead. All right, next on our agenda is to get into our elemental readings for the week ahead. So as mentioned in the intro, the elemental readings, I do a reading for each sign of the zodiac, but I categorize them by the elements. The only reason why I do that is just so that I only need to record 4 videos as opposed to 12, or 4 readings as opposed to 12, but also because our time frame, okay, this video is only for a week. It's only valid for a single week. So because we've got such a short time frame, we don't need a detailed experience or a detailed reading for each sign of the zodiac. So I do elemental readings per zodiac readings per element. So the elements are fire, earth, air, and water. So every single sign of the zodiac has an associated element. So Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius are the element of fire. Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn is the element of earth. Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius is the element of air. And Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces is the element of water. So when you know what your element is, you can just watch that portion of the video to get your personalized reading for the week ahead. And this week I am working with the Ethereal Visions Illuminated Tarot deck. So this deck has got a lot of gold foiling on it. Even the cards have it as well. So yeah, there may be a little bit of glare, but I think it'll be quite fun. I think it'll be quite good. It is a beautiful, beautiful deck, and I do love working with it. So we're going to use that deck to get our information and our details. This is the back of the cards. They really are beautiful. The artwork, and like I said, the gilding and everything on the cards is just stunning. So this is the deck that I am going to be working with. Right, before I start shuffling, I have cards in my hand, I will shuffle. All right, friends, we're going to start off with our fire signs. So fire signs being our Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Let's have a look and see what is in store for you for the week ahead. What do you need to know? What is important and significant? We're looking at the week of the 15th to the 21st. I can't even pick up cards today. Week of the 15th to the 21st of May 2022. We're looking at fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. For the week ahead, what is important and significant? What do you need to know for the week ahead? Oh my gosh. Why am I struggling to pick up cards today? The fingers are not working. Let's try that. Quite big cards, so I find it difficult to grab to do the overhand shuffle. Right, I'm happy with that shuffle. Where am I going to cut? There. So, fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. First card we have for you is the Page of Cups. Second card we have for you is the Knight of Swords. Oh, how interesting. Sorry, there's a bit too much glare there. Let's move them this side. There we go. Let's have a look at our two cards that we have. So for our fire signs, it's quite interesting that these two cards have come through for you because, first of all, these two cards are both full of action. They're both full of adventure. They're both full of creativity, okay? They're not too quiet and not too sitting on the sidelines watching and observing. It's like, let's get busy. What we have here with the Page of Cups is about, you know, having ambition and believing in yourself and having that natural curiosity to explore the world around you, to explore everything that's there. This is the card that says ask a lot of questions, even if it means you're going to irritate people. Don't worry about that. Ask the questions. Keep asking the question, why? You know, whenever I see the Page of Cups, I always think about a young child that has that curious mind and just says, but why? But why? Why? And I know as a parent, it can be so irritating when you're on the 50th why, and you're sort of running out of answers, and eventually you say, just because, okay? That's the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is the card of asking, the card of being so curious, being so interested and inspired, and just not accepting anything at face value, pushing all the buttons to see what they do. So I do think as well, bringing it into our theme for the week ahead, fire signs, this is Spirit saying to you, don't take anything at face value. Push the boundaries, ask the questions, probe, and see what you can find out, see what you can explore, see what comes up for you. And then connected to that with the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is about once you've figured things out, once you've explored, and once you've gained a bit of understanding, rush through, push through, advance through, and get things done. Don't spend too much time thinking about it, okay? Don't spend too much time sort of analyzing it. And I know, fire signs, that we're not big analyzers. Well, I know that we're more doers than we are thinkers. But I think this is saying once you've figured something out, once you've gained some knowledge or gained some understanding, just rush ahead and get it sorted, get it done. Don't be afraid to get your feet wet. Don't be afraid to take your ideas, to run with them, to implement them. And I know, fire signs, we burn quick, we burn hot, we burn fast, and sometimes that can get us into trouble, and sometimes that is not good advice. But this is the week of saying explore and implement, explore and do. If you have a thought, if you have an idea, if there's something that you're wanting to try, if there's something you're wanting to start, this is definitely a really good week for you to be doing that. Awesome. So fire signs, looks like it's a good week for you. I know we're going to have glare, but actually, where can I put them? Should we put them over here? And then hopefully the glare is not too bad. All right. So fire signs, I know we're going to have an interesting week, and it's really just about trusting and believing yourself and just going with the flow, just going with it and let things happen as they need to. So picking up the cards again, now we're moving into our earth signs. So earth signs for the week ahead, earth signs being Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Just giving the cards a little bit of a shuffle. We're looking at Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. We're looking at the week of the 15th to the 21st of May, 2022. What is in store for you? What do you need to know? What is important and significant for you for the week ahead? Happy with that shuffle. And let's cut the deck over there. First card we have, Earth Signs, is the Seven of Swords. And the second card we have is the Two of Pentacles. Very interesting cards. Okay, Seven of Swords is always a fascinating card for me. I just adore the Seven of Swords. It's a card that some people don't really want to see. Some tarot readers don't really like it. But for me, it's the card of saying strategy, okay? It's the card that says we want to take advantage of situations. We want to take advantage of circumstances. But if we just jump in and do things, if we're too spontaneous in our things that we want to do, we may not succeed. We may not achieve everything. Like if we look at the artwork on this particular card, this young man is collecting swords, he's taking swords, but he hasn't thought it through very well. And he hasn't actually said to himself, well, how am I going to carry these? You know, what is the best way to actually take as many swords as I can? He didn't think it through. He sort of jumped in the deep end. And because of that, he's not succeeding. He's now having to, his arm is full there. He's got one over there and he's sort of running out of arm space, if I can put it that way. So he's basically having to leave two behind because he didn't think it through. He sort of jumped into the deep end and then went, and now what? Okay. So we want to make sure, Earth Signs, that we don't do that this week, that we don't end up having to leave anything behind. So it's important as you go through this week that, yes, as an opportunity comes up for you, absolutely grab it and take it, but take a minute to strategize, take a minute to think, take a minute to be clear on what is it that you want to achieve, what is it that you want to do, and how are you best going to do it. The interesting one as well that we have here with the Two of Pentacles. So if we have a look at what she's doing, it's almost like she's involved in a dance, okay? We can see that there's waters behind her and the waters seem to be a little bit all over the place. She is balancing on one foot and it's like she's jumping in and out of these two circles over here. She's got her two discs that she's trying to find her balance and she's trying to find her flow. And I think this is exactly why we may find ourselves in a situation unplanned, unstrategized, or unthought out, because there's so much going on and you're juggling so much in life. And when we're juggling so much in life, it's easy to miss an opportunity to strategize. And sometimes we feel obligated to just get busy and to get doing. And that's when things may get a little bit tricky. So Earth Signs, for the week ahead, this is Spirit saying to you, it's going to be a busy week. There's going to be a lot going on for you and you're going to be juggling quite a lot. There are also going to be opportunities that are going to come up for you. And the important thing is to make sure that you're grabbing the opportunities, but that you are giving them, almost I want to say respecting and honoring the opportunities enough to think about it before you jump into action. All right. So Earth Signs, I hope that helps you for the week ahead. It does look like it's going to be a busy one for you. Putting the cards over there. Next, we have our air signs. Air signs, this is Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Let's have a look and see what's in store for you for the week ahead. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, we're looking at the week of the 15th to the 21st of May 2022. What's in store for you? What is important and significant? What are you going to be dealing with for the week ahead? Let's have a look. Okay, so air signs. I'm happy with that shuffle. Just want to do one little overhand. There we go. Let's cut the deck. First card we have for our air signs is the Hierophant. I love the Hierophant. And we have the Empress. Oh, two major arcana cards. Okay. So, air signs, two major arcana cards immediately tells you that this is not just a simple average week, that this is going to be a significant week for you in the month ahead, okay? When we look at the Hierophant card, the Hierophant is the card of teaching, of learning, of structure, of understanding, of morals, of our belief systems, all of those kind of things. And he's very balanced and he's very centered and he's very mindful. Mindful is the word that comes to me with the Hierophant card today. He's very mindful and he's very aware of him, of who he is, what he is, and what he is doing. So he's looking at the bigger picture. He's looking at everything going on, but he's focusing on one thing at a time, and he's giving it his full attention. He's not being scatterbrained, okay? He's not being scatterbrained at all. He understands the power that he possesses, the power that he has within himself to understand, to create, and to be. Now, the big thing with the Hierophant is about the be part, just being who and what you are. No external pressure, no external expectations, just acceptance. Aligned spirit, acceptance of who and what you are. And then connected to our Hierophant, we have the Empress card. Now, the Empress, she is the mother of creation. She is the energy that gives birth, gives life to life. So not only to humans, but the animals and the plants and our universe, okay? The Empress nurtures, loves unconditionally, and gives life to everything as we know it. So I think, air signs, for the week ahead, this is Spirit saying to you, pay attention to your spirit and how aligned you are with everybody around you. Recognize the role that you play. Recognize what it is that you bring to the party, what it is that you bring to the table. Don't overcomplicate things, okay? I'll always say that with the Hierophant card. Don't fall into the trap of overcomplicating things. Yes, you are amazing. Yes, you bring so much. Yes, you've got so much knowledge and understanding to share. But we need to just make sure that we're keeping everything simple. We don't want to overcomplicate anything. Let's go back to basics, okay? Around creating, manifesting, and bringing to life the things that are relevant for you. So if you're working on a new beginning for yourself, this is definitely a really good week for it. But again, I am going to remind you to not overcomplicate things, to keep it simple, but also to understand the role and the power that you have with the creation, with the situation, with whatever it is that you've got going on for yourself this week. I think that is such a good reading. I'm going to leave it right there, air signs. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, it's like, pay attention to the details, pay attention to the small stuff, but don't sweat the small stuff, okay? This is big. This is a big, significant week for you, but it is also about just sort of keeping it simple, getting back to basics, and doing what is necessary to manifest and to create whatever it is that you desire in life. Awesome stuff. Love that. Okay, putting the cards over there, picking up the deck again. We're now going to do our water signs. So water signs is our Cancerians, Scorpios, and Pisces. So water signs, let's have a look and see what the week ahead has in store for you. Cancerians, Scorpios, Pisces. We're looking at the week of the, what did I say, the 15th to the 21st of May 2022. Let's just do one more shuffle on the cards, making sure that we're setting intentions for water signs, Cancerians, Scorpios, and Pisces for the week ahead, the week of the 15th to the 21st of May 2022. What's in store for you? What are you going to be dealing with? What do you need to be focusing on for the week ahead? Okay, cut the deck there. Card number 1 for our water signs, and we have got the Chariot. Card number 2, the 10 of Wands. So this is a very interesting combination. I got excited when I saw the Chariot, because the Chariot is normally a very positive card, because the Chariot is saying to you, you know what, you need to stay focused on what you're doing. Whatever you're doing is right. Whatever you're doing is perfect. Whatever you're doing is amazing. You haven't quite reached your destination yet. You are en route. You are heading in that direction. You are moving in that direction. But it is important that you stay focused on the path that you're on, so that we don't accidentally veer off our journey. And as I said, that's normally a very positive card, because it's telling you just focused attention is all you need. Focused effort is all you need. And if you can focus, you will achieve everything. You will arrive at your destination on time, in one piece, and everything will be great. The 10 of Wands with it is basically saying how you are feeling a little bit overburdened. You are feeling a little bit weighted down by your stresses, by your worries, by your anxieties, by your fears. And maybe if this is the case, if you are feeling a little bit overburdened and overwhelmed this week, you need to then pay extra attention to the Chariot card, so that we don't slowly start. Because you know what, if you think about a ship out at sea, if it's got its course mapped out, its route and its journey mapped out, and then suddenly it starts moving 1 degree to the left. 1 degree doesn't sound like a lot, and 1 degree isn't a lot, but 1 degree eventually becomes a lot more. And if you're not aware of it, before you know it, you're going to be so far from your course, so far from where you're supposed to be, that you may never get back on track. And we certainly don't want that to happen, do we? So we need to understand, water signs, that there is a lot going on this week. You may be feeling overwhelmed and, as I said, overburdened, but we can't change that. We can't stop that, because you have to progress. You are so close to achieving everything that you want and everything that you need. What is important is that you keep focusing on the end goal, that you keep focusing on that final destination, that final place, or that final thing that you want. And if you can focus on that destination, you will be absolutely fine. Awesome. Good. Water signs, that is you done. Okay, I am going to move all of these cards over here. Oh gosh, that glare is bad. Sorry, let's rearrange everything to try and avoid the glare. I'm happy with that. And now we're going to move into our Q&A with Spirit. So let's have a look at our Q&A with Spirit. Here I have my question cards. Let's give it a shuffle. So Q&A with Spirit, I know it's everybody's favorite. Basically, from our list of questions, I'm basically asking Spirit, what is something that they want to share with us? What is a message that Spirit have for us? What is a question that we need to be thinking about, that we need to be pondering? Maybe something just to help us understand ourselves a bit more, or help us understand life and our purpose a little bit more. So a question, please, Spirit, from these cards. What is a question that Spirit feels is relevant and important for each of us here today? Something that Spirit wants us to focus on. Okay, I'm happy with that. I want that one over there. Really being difficult today, aren't I? Let's have a look and see what is our question for the week. What is the greatest lesson that we are currently learning? I like it. What is the greatest lesson that we are currently learning? Obviously, the cards are from a point of I, but I do change it to obviously for the collective as a we. So what is the greatest lesson that we are currently learning? And I'm going to leave the cards over there. And this week I am going to work with my Little Buddha Tarot to do our Q&A with us. So I haven't used Little Buddha Tarot in a while for our Q&A, so I thought it would be a good choice for today. And especially considering our theme for the week is aligned spirit. So while I shuffle the Little Buddha Tarot, let's just talk about aligned spirit, because aligned spirit, I think, ties in quite nicely to the lesson that we are learning at the moment. You know, life used to be about our accomplishments and achievements, and, you know, who you were and the status and, the, you know, the amount of money and your power and your authority. But actually things have shifted quite a bit recently, and we've all gone through or are going through a period of alignment, period of realignment, if we can call it that, where suddenly we're questioning everything and we're challenging everything, and things that used to be important, gosh, these cards are not working today. The things that used to be important are not so important for us anymore. And we're struggling with it. We're trying to adapt, and we're trying to comprehend, and we're trying to make peace with it all. But honestly, the truth of the matter is that the greatest lesson that we are currently learning is what is truly important. What are the things that actually matter to us? And I think recognizing how aligned we are, how aligned our spirit is with our life purpose, I think is the huge thing. Now I'm answering the question before I've even drawn cards, so let me stop talking and let's see if the cards are saying the same thing as me. Okay, so what is the greatest lesson that I am currently learning? We have got the Eight of Swords, we have got the Four of Wands, and we have got the Six of Swords. Oh, very nice. All right, so let's have a look at these. Okay, so I am going to say to you that out of the three cards that I've now drawn here from the Little Buddha Tarot, we've got the Two Swords cards, okay? And swords is the suit of the mind, of the intellect, of the thinking, but it's also the suit of our problems and our challenges. The fact that they're on the outside and that they're surrounding a really happy, positive card is also saying that, you know what, we're struggling. The greatest lesson that we're learning at the moment is a hard one. It's not an easy one for us. We're battling to understand this aligned spirit. We're battling to understand our life purpose. And, the lesson that we're going through at the moment, because we feel so out of our depth, because we feel like everything's topsy-turvy and everything's upside down, we're not able to actually see and understand the lesson of what it is we're currently going through. All right, so now let's just look at the individual cards, the Eight of Swords. So here we have our little fella, and you can see that he has been, somebody has put a whole bunch of fabric, of bandages or whatever around him, holding him captive and blocked his eyes that he can't see. He's standing on really unsteady ground, but the thing is here is the way that he's perceiving his situation, the way that he's perceiving his reality is very different from the reality, because he believes that he's been held captive. He believes that he's been tortured or, caged or jailed or prisoned. But the reality is that's not the case. He could use any one of these swords around him to cut through this fabric that is very loosely tied around him. And then he could actually see, but hold a second, I'm completely on my own. There's nobody around. He imagines that there's all these people there preventing him from moving forward. But the reality is he's completely on his own. Nobody there. It's all a figment of his imagination. And I think for every single one of us, the greatest lesson that we're learning at the moment is this realignment of who we are, what's important, what's significant, and understanding that the things that used to be relevant are no longer relevant anymore. Because maybe he was originally captured, maybe he was originally imprisoned, but so much time has passed that his captors, the people who trapped him or caught him, they've moved on. They've moved on, they've gone away, and they've left him standing there all on his own. And the longer he stands there, the more he feels like he doesn't have choice. But the reality is he's got more choice than he would ever actually realize. I love the fact that we have the Four of Wands here, because the Four of Wands is the card of commitment. It's the card of union. It's the card of celebration. It's the card of, here we have little Buddha and little Buddha's panda, and they've come together to celebrate who they are, to celebrate their friendship, their love, their unconditional. And they've got all their friends, there's people down in the background. Everybody's come together to celebrate and to acknowledge the commitment and the celebration. So this is saying to us, what is the greatest lesson that we are currently learning? That we are not alone, and that we need to celebrate our friends and family, that we need to acknowledge the people in our lives for being in our lives. We no longer care about status. We no longer care about power. We no longer care about, where you fit on the hierarchy of corporations. What we care now is, are you a good person? And are you a good friend? And are you somebody who brings me happiness and joy? That is the greatest lesson that we need to learn at the moment, that we are learning at the moment. How many of you listening and watching me right now have actually had a change in your social circles, a change in your family dynamics, where you've either drawn closer to some people or more distant with some people? Acknowledge that and recognize that you actually have control over this, and you are doing this on purpose. You are not isolated. You have choice. You have options. So celebrate those people who stay. Celebrate those people who are still active in your life, because they're the ones that matter. The Six of Swords is the card of saying we're moving away from tragedy, hardship, disappointment, pain, discomfort, and we're moving towards celebration, happiness, and joy. You can see the boat is moving in that direction. The Six of Swords is the card of moving on, of transitioning, of recognizing that we're leaving behind a part of ourselves that wasn't perfect, that wasn't good, and we're moving towards better, happier, healthier. So the greatest lesson that you're currently learning is the re-evaluation of importance, of significance, of happiness. And we are recognizing that the people that we spend time with, even if they're in a whole nother country from you, but the people that you spend time with, the people that you talk to and engage with on a regular basis, they're the ones that matter. And that's what we need to celebrate. Don't feel like you're isolated. Don't feel like you're caged, trapped, or imprisoned. We're leaving that behind. We're moving towards better, happier, and healthier. And I think that is such an awesome lesson for us all to learn. And the quicker we learn it, the quicker we move away from the hardships, the quicker we move away from the discomfort and the isolation. So the greatest lesson that we are all currently learning is who matters most in our life. Who do we want to spend time with? And we are moving away from the obligation of being with people who actually don't serve us, the obligation of being with people who are not aligned to our soul and to our spirit. I love that. I really, really do. I think that is such an important message for each one of us for the week ahead. And I hope it makes sense to you. So, friends, to sum up, aligned spirit. It's about recognizing that wherever you are in life at the moment, whatever you're going through in life at the moment is perfect for you. You are doing exactly what you need to be doing. You are where you need to be. We have got our spiny sister saying, take pride in yourself, stand tall and say that, you know what, I'm not alone. I have many people around me who love me unconditionally, who support me, but I choose to not spend time with people who mock me, who tease me, who belittle me, who anger me, who frustrate me. I am going to spend time with people who make me smile. Ladybug reminds us that this is a favorable time. Ladybug reminds us to focus on the little things, focus on those little dots, focus on the beauty of life and the delicacy of who and what you are. And then we've got the rose quartz crystal, which is known as the stone of unconditional love, and as such it is a healing crystal. It is commonly believed that the stone emits strong vibrations which are thought to enhance your love, also to support emotional healing and to inspire compassion. I am open to give and receive love. So friends, I hope you have an amazing week ahead. I hope everything works out well for you. I hope you see, feel, and experience aligned spirit. I'm now going to move on to the extended bonus reading for my channel members. If that is you, please stick around. And for the rest of you, with love and blessings, from my heart to yours. And until we connect again, take care.